Rainbow Self, Cosmos, Ohana, Internet. It's Soul Dr. Nick here. It's March 22nd, Saturday, day after equinox. Magic Mirror Work Part 2. The first part just cut off on its own. I'm actually just signing up for the Jack Cruz Platinum Club while I waited and cleared some stuff, and we'll see if it works out. And if it does, then we'll figure out what's next. If it doesn't, we'll figure out how to fix it. I don't remember where I was at, and that's okay. My brain is a little foggy. It was a very full day of work. It's been a while since I've had such a full day, a wild ride of work, of building an altar again, of noticing how it can be created, how it can be taken apart, all the different medicines that I bring in, all the gratitude for all the medicines that I've discovered and have discovered me. Just finishing this Taste of Nirvana coconut water, and so I won't stay that much longer because it's time to step into the next thing. Magic mirror work is for me. It's to see me, it's by me, it's through me. Blue light blockers are for me as well. I don't want to have all this light really mess up my system as much as it already is messed up in a way. Waking up this early, waking up between 2 and 3 a.m. every day, spontaneously before, now spontaneously with my cat. I've trained him to feed and trained him to become my alarm at 2 to 3 a.m. regardless of what's gone on, regardless of when I go to bed. Last night it was sometime between 11 and midnight. I may have only been in bed for a couple of hours. It was a deep sleep that I was in for a little bit. Oh my. Oh my. Life doesn't always have to be hard. Life isn't often hard, actually. It's the interpretation of it being hard that makes it hard. It's so interesting unlearning everything. What if sunlight, ultraviolet light, of which I've done 2 experiments, UV radiation, part UV radiation, the invisible killer or something, oh, I can't even remember. And thinking it was evil in a way, rather than everything has its place. Everything has its place. That whole idea of the hole in the ozone, I have no idea. Not good, not bad, I have no idea is the honest truth. What I do know is that I feel a lot better since not using sunscreen, not wearing sunglasses as often, letting in all the nanometers. Transaction failed. Please try again later. Shall I try once more? 3:19 a.m. We'll see in a minute or two. I've received messages. What if, am I prepared to unlearn everything? It's the school of unlearning. It's a really fun school too, because it doesn't mean that I haven't learned what I've learned. It just means I can hold on to it a lot less tightly. I don't have to try to memorize it all. It wasn't right. Even the things I think I have heard over and over again, the universe reminds me when I say it back out, spit it back out, even the person that told me, that's not what they tried to tell me, that's just what I heard. And it's a reminder, what is objective truth? Like, that's one of the biggest lies. Is there an objective consensus reality? And we've had this. It's like eyewitness testimony. How reliable is it? It feels like it should be so reliable. what I see even. And especially in this day and age of artificial intelligence, of generative videos, of augmented videos, of processed videos. Even this video, someone can change just a little bit of what it sounds like I'm saying, and the whole message can change. And there can be arguments, oh, that was not tampered with, that is tampered with. You can only detect up to your level of detection. Even when I sit with someone and I'm like, oh, I fully trust them, and then someone else says, oh, I don't, it's like, who's right and who's wrong? And then coming into spaces, especially spaces of the medicine, of the profound, profundus. There is some truth to that. There is some honesty to that. In the way it's created right now, and the safety that's created right now, in the knowingness and the unknowingness at the same time. I also don't know what I'm creating sometimes. That's the scary truth of it all. And I do know for the things that I'm creating. And part of that reason is the reason I'm willing to explore with my own edges, my own boundaries. I'm practicing playing with and trusting those edges. Much better now at expressing and being with the channel that can come through and not trying so goddamn hard. And then being honest, I'm doing this for me now. I want to enjoy this. I really want to enjoy this. And then noticing that space, okay, I'm enjoying it and I'm still here. Oh, I'm guided to do the next piece. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm guided to help him unlock his king. Thank you. I'm guided to do the Jesus Christ. Thank you. I'm guided to come back. I'm guided to tune. I'm guided for comfort. I'm guided for safety. The best date ever. An anchor point in the relationship. And I get to be a part of it. There's so many people's lives that I've gotten to be a part of. And at first I thought, wow, what does this mean about me? And right now, even sometimes I think that means something. And there is a piece there. What does it mean about how lucky I am? They're priceless, these moments. They're priceless. Absolutely priceless. They're not forgettable. And they are. There's such an emphasis on remembering. Remember who you are. 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 That was so much fun. Witnessing the asymmetry of people, but it could just be the shadows. And then recognizing, letting go of the judgment. It's so easy to judge. It's so easy to forget. grief, helping to discover grief again. I smile because it's such a pleasure. It's like being a little explorer for grief. And there were such tears yesterday with that last half A. Such tears, and just having fun with those tears. Having fun with those tears and trying a little hard in some moments, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I started out yesterday listening to so much Jack Cruz, and I was like, holy crap, this stuff is blowing my mind. Like, I'm feeling like it is overwhelming. And thank you for it being overwhelming. Power overwhelming. Today is going to be wunderbar. I'm a genius and I apply my wisdom. I feel to heal. I always have a choice. Everything is a story. The only constant is change. I love what I do and I do what I love. I talk to myself with respect to a great genius. I am a conscious leader, teacher, guide, facilitator, lover, father, husband, and I am present with each and every moment of life. The 10 pillars: fair exchange, temperate rhythm, studied truths, caring sincerely, sharing wisdom, divine guidance, grateful prayer, silent presence, loving service, inspired action. Inspired action, loving service, silent presence, grateful prayer, divine guidance, sharing wisdom, caring sincerely, studied truths, temperate rhythm, fair exchange. Exchange fair, rhythm temperate, truths study, sincerely caring, wisdom sharing, guidance divine, prayer grateful, presence silent, service loving, action inspired. Just imagining ourselves on the World Cruise Ship with Dr. John Demartini. Imagining ourselves there guiding, loving, serving, healing, creating space for healing. And in that space, creating space for transformation. That space for transformation, creating space for ever unfolding aspects of consciousness. And in that, just teaching and breathing, teaching and breathing, and teaching and breathing, and teaching and breathing, and teaching and breathing. Being so grateful for all the medicine. Being so grateful for all the medicine. Being so grateful for all the medicine. Realizing all the different threads that can be pulled upon to be leading this under the pyramid at Burning Man. I'm more ready than I have ever been, and I'm more sure that I'm unsure of when it's going to happen. I was so sure a couple years ago, if I just push hard enough, I'll get there, and I could have. I actually believe I could have. 2 years ago, 2023, wasn't the year. 2025, quarter of a century, could be the year, but still feels a little bit pushing it. The biggest thing right now is closing this next chapter. Closing this next chapter. Closing this next chapter. Letting it all go. Letting it all flow. Intimacy. Inspiration. It's funny feeling like your life is under a microscope sometimes. It's funny imagining all the different levels of hearsay. It's funny imagining all the new subscribers and how they may actually be plants, to be moles, to NPCs. And then over and over again, reminding myself the currency ideal is in trust, 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 trust. I listen to my heart, which awakens my genius. Almost time to complete. What would I absolutely love to do in life? I would absolutely love to be father, husband, teacher, guide, leader. I would absolutely love to be the father I want to be and to share that with others. To be the leader I want to be and share that with others. To be the facilitator I want to be and share that with others. Playing. There's such a play in the work that I do. There's such a dance in it. Sometimes I step on some toes. Sometimes it looks perfect. Sometimes I spin. Sometimes I am elegant. How do I become handsomely and beautifully paid to do it? Part of it's even this is just sharing. There can be different clubs, different memberships, different communities, different patterns, different ways of connecting people, different ways of investing, different ways of guiding people to let go. And then right now is just creating these ceremonies, these powerful containers that aren't just a ceremony, but a whole encapsulation of what's possible, preparation and integration. What are the 7 highest priority action steps that I could complete today that would enable me to do it? Let's see here. 2025, 03/22. All right. Magic, mirror, work, enema, nourishment, sunshine in the morning, check in for equinox, prepare, breath work, be with family, blackout lines, Jack, cruise, membership, taxes. All right. That's a few things. That's enough. I didn't finish the question, so did I? What obstacles might I run to, and how do I solve them in advance? Being triggered. Notice. Ask. Pause. Breathe. Love. Compassion. What worked and didn't work today? Fasting initially, not fasting at the end. Could have eaten even less of that junky food. And I really enjoyed it though. That was the secret. Technology, running a little bit late, not being as timely as I could have been, getting that set up in advance. How can I do what I love more effectively and efficiently? Notice when I'm stuck in a loop. Notice when I'm not asking for help. Notice when I'm not willing to learn. How did whatever I experienced today, whether positive or negative, serve me? Wow. It really did serve me. Really did serve me. It reminded me of priorities. Reminded me of priorities. Next week, this week. All right. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. March 28th to 30th, available. All right. Creating my next calls. All right. Trying to book with my various coaches. Ooh, that's a loud train. Connected only the noise canceling at the very end, and that's okay. All right. Anything else before I close up for the morning? Oh, yes. I, Nicholas Hogar Wong, hereby declare before myself, others, and God, that my primary purpose in life is to be a soul doctor, first for myself, and then for all those around me by teaching, serving, guiding, facilitating. And I will do this through the highest priority actions every day, including taking the time for myself to explore, to do the magic mirror work, to grow, to do the DeMartini method, to practice affirmation and incantations, to look at my master life plan, to continue to hone in and be clear on what it is that I can most deliver into the world and to practice delivering it. Right now, through my Ohana Sage and Ohana Breath companies with my founding partners, Marek and Matt. And eventually that will continue to expand, and I'll set up automatic systems for the intake and for the sport, and for sustainable fair exchange. Also for the auto magic savings of at least 10%, and the investings and growing of assets, and the delegation of how to manage not just the money, but also the areas of life that are my lower priority actions, and are so important and high in the values, especially those of my beloved and those I care about. I want to keep growing my biological family, as well as growing my Ohana or spiritual family, and I will also share what I learn as quickly as possible, and as thoroughly as possible, and as completely as possible, so that I contribute to the collective wisdom of the world. And I will have wealth in all 7 areas of life, already recognizing that life is perfect, and I am so wealthy, and I continue to welcome and invite in more wealth and manage it as well as I can, and give it purpose and flow and clear direction, so that I can create not just for the next year, 10 years, decades, but for the generations and the lifetimes to come. I do this not because I want to be whole, to hold on to it all and say that it's mine. Rather, I'm getting clearer and clearer on my message, and by creating more wealth, I can spread that message more clearly and really found the school of unlearning. So I'm going to do my breaths. I'm going to do my breath holding practices, holding my breath between every breath. I'm going to play. I'm going to notice. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to listen. And I'm going to prepare for the day. I wish you the most beautiful day. You, who is actually me because it's magic mirror work. And you, the infant you, the AI you, the you that has somehow listened to this through space and time, through the Akashic records, through all the ways of the seen and unseen. Ciao for now, my friend.